Today we're going to talk about how Russian Empire carried out the military colonization of Kazakhstan in 18th century. This topic is really crucial for us because it helps us understand the historical relations of Russian and Kazakh Rus and how Kazakhstan gradually lost its independence during this time. The 18th century was a turning point when Kazakhstan became a target of Russian expansion through what was military and politically strategics. So the main thing we want to cover is how did Russia manage to take control of those Kazakh lands so effectively? Was it only military force or were there other methods used in this case? So we're going to answer all these questions by looking at the key events and actions taken by Russia.
Russia began civilization because of the jungle trade, internal conflicts between the Druses, and desire to control trade routes. It was also interested in the resources of the steppe and strengthening its influence in Central Asia.
In 1730, Abulkhair Khan of the Junior Jews sent messengers to Russia asking for protection from outside threats like the Jungars and rival Kazakh tribes. His decision was based on both personal power goals and the need to keep his land safe. On February 19, 1731, Empress Anna Ivanovna signed a document accepting the Junior Jews under Russian protection. In return, the Kazakhs agreed to pay taxes and serve Russia, while the empire promised to protect them.
One of the main tools of the colonization of Kazakhstan in the 18th century was the construction of military fortresses. Russia actively strengthened its positions by creating a chain of fortresses across the Kazakh steppe. Among them were Orenburg, Ost-Kamenogorsk, Petropavlovsk, and the others. These fortresses served several functions such as a military, an administrative, and an economic one. Thus, the fortresses became a key element of Russia's military and political control over Kazakh's lands.
During the colonization of Kazakhstan, Russian Cossacks played a crucial role as a key military, political and economic instrument of the Russian Empire in the region. Stationed in frontier areas, Cossacks were responsible for border protection, territorial expansion, and also reinforcing imperial authority. The Semirechye, Ural, Orenburg, and Siberian Cossacks host maintained complex relations with the local Kazakh population, ranging from peaceful trade and cultural exchange to armed conflict. Studying Kazakh settlements in Kazakhstan help us better understand the divide and rule strategy employed by the empire to control the steppe and integrate it into the imperial structure. One of the key strategies of Russia used was the policy of divide and rule. The Russian Empire supported loyal Khans and tribal leaders to weaken resistance. They created local government where Kazakh leaders had a formal power, but real control was belonged to Russian officials, and this make it easier for Russia to control, to manage the territory without direct conflict. And as a result, Kazakh society became more divided and dependent on the empire.
When Kazakh tribe resisted, Russia used military force. For example, in the 1750s and later, Russian troops launched punitive campaigns against rebels class in the Junior Jews. This expedition destroyed a lot of avuls and forced leaders to obey. Through such actions, Russia showed its power and expanded control over the Kazakhstan.
After the Junior Jews joined Russia in 1731, the Middle Jews followed in the 1740s. Ablai Khan accepted Russian protection to help defend his people from enemies like Jungars. However, many Middle Jews tribes stayed independent for years. The Senior Jews joined later, in 1819, starting with the Chalair tribe. This happened through peaceful talks, but also because of pressure from Russia. And by the 1860s, all Kazakh land was under Russian rule. Here we have given the strengthening of Russia's position in the Senior Jews, which happened later. In 1824, Russia introduced the statute on Orenburg Kazakh. This officially ended the Khan system in the Junior Jews. Russian officials took over administration, and the traditional Kazakh power structures were removed. And it marked a key point in fully bringing the Kazakh land under the Russian control.
In 1822, Russia passed the statute on the Siberian Kazakhs, written by Mikhail Spiransky, and this law abolished the power of Kazakh Khans, and they were replaced with Russian appointed officials. And after that, Kazakh lands were divided into wallets and districts, and the traditional authority was removed.
In the 18th century, the Russian Empire strategically advanced its military colonization of Kazakhstan through the construction, political manipulation, and population resettlement. Driven by geopolitical ambitions, internal divisions among the Kazakhstan Jews, and desire for economic control, Russia gradually tightened its grip on the region. These combined efforts laid the foundation for deeper imperial influence in Central Asia. And finally, our super members